Visa overstaying is a serious issue in Dubai and across the United Arab Emirates. It happens when a person remains in the country after their visa has expired. This could be a tourist visa, this could be a visit visa, this could be a residence visa. The UAE government has very clear rules about this. Every visa has a specific validity period. This is the amount of time you are legally allowed to stay. Once this period ends, you must either leave the country or renew your visa. Staying even one day longer than permitted is considered an overstay. The system is largely automated and very efficient. The moment your visa expires, the immigration system registers you as an overstayer. This process is immediate and does not wait. This can lead to financial penalties. Many people might not realize how quickly these issues can escalate. Therefore, it is crucial to be proactive about your visa status. You should always have a plan for your departure or visa renewal well before the final day arrives. This guide will explain everything you need to know about overstaying in Dubai. We will cover what happens from the very first day of your overstay. Our goal is to provide clear, simple, and practical advice to help you navigate the system and avoid any unnecessary trouble during your time in the UAE. The day your visa expires is a critical deadline. If you are still in Dubai the following day, you have officially started overstaying. As soon as the clock ticks past midnight, your status in official records changes. You are flagged as being in the country illegally. This happens automatically. No manual intervention. Tourist visas? No. Visit visas? No. The expiry date is firm. Residence visas? Different rules. After a residence visa is cancelled or expires, there is typically a grace period, often 30 days. On that first day you may not notice any change in daily life, but your illegal status is now recorded in the immigration database. Try to exit the same day and the immigration officer will immediately see your overstay. You'll be told to pay fines before you can leave. The problem won't disappear. It grows each day. Don't take day one lightly. The system is precise. The first day fine is set and is recorded against your name and passport. Take action immediately to minimize cost and stress. Once you have overstayed, the financial penalties begin to accumulate immediately. For individuals on a tourist or visit visa, the penalty for overstaying is 100 dirhams for the first day. After the first day, an additional fine of 100 dirhams is charged for each subsequent day of overstay. This means that if you overstay for 5 days, your total fine would be 500 dirhams. For those who are on a residence visa, the fines are different. After the grace period, usually 30 days following the visa's expiry or cancellation, the overstay fines begin. The penalty is 125 dirhams for the first day of overstay. For every day after that, the fine is 25 dirhams per day. During the second 6 months of overstaying, the daily fine increases to 50 dirhams per day. If the overstay continues for more than a year, the daily fine goes up to 100 dirhams per day. These escalating fines are designed to discourage long-term overstays. It's crucial to understand the concept of the grace period correctly, as it applies mainly to residence visa holders. However, the moment this grace period ends, the overstay clock starts ticking. Forgetting or miscalculating the end of your grace period is a common mistake that leads to unexpected and substantial fines. These fines are non-negotiable and are tracked meticulously by the immigration system. There is no way to avoid them once they have been incurred. The total amount must be paid in full before you can leave the country or apply for any new visa. The authorities provide several channels for paying these fines, including at immigration service centers, like AMER centers in Dubai, or directly at the airport's immigration counter before departure. The longer you wait to address the issue, the larger the financial burden will become, making it harder to resolve. As the days of overstay turn into weeks and months, the consequences become more severe than just accumulating daily fines. The UAE immigration authorities take long-term overstays very seriously. While the initial penalties are purely financial, prolonged illegal status can lead to additional administrative fees and legal complications. For instance, after a certain period, an outpass exit permit becomes necessary to leave the country. These costs can run into thousands of dirhams. Imagine a tourist who overstays for 60 days. The fine, 100 dirhams for the first day, 100 dirhams for each of the next 59 days, totaling 6,000 dirhams. For a former resident who overstays 6 months after their grace period, fines become more complex to calculate with rates changing over time. This financial strain can cause major stress and can prevent someone from being able to afford leaving. Beyond fines, your immigration file gets flagged. That flag shows a history of non-compliance with the law. This negative record has long-term repercussions. If you plan to return to the UAE for work or tourism, your new visa application may face extra scrutiny. Immigration officials may see you as higher risk. Your visa could be delayed or even denied. The UAE sometimes announces amnesties, special periods allowing overstayers to leave without paying fines and without facing bans. But you can't count on an amnesty being declared. Waiting is a gamble that can backfire, leading to greater fines and more serious legal trouble if no amnesty comes. Deal with an overstay as soon as it's discovered. When an individual overstays their visa, consequences can escalate beyond financial penalties to serious legal action. The UAE authorities have the right to detain individuals who are residing in the country illegally. While this is typically reserved for more extreme cases, it is a real possibility. Immigration authorities conduct checks, and if an overstayer is identified during a routine inspection, they can be taken into custody. Detention can last until the case is processed, fines are settled, arrangements for deportation are made. This can be a frightening and difficult experience. One major consequence is the imposition of an immigration ban. A ban prohibits re-entering the UAE for a specific period, 1 year, 2 years, or a lifetime. Once placed on your record, a ban is very difficult to lift. It closes doors to work, business, tourism in the UAE. Deportation involves more than a flight. The overstayer will be escorted through the airport. Biometric data will be taken, fingerprints, eye scan. This prevents re-entry with a new passport or under a different name. Blacklisting is a serious mark on your immigration history and can affect travel to other GCC countries. These actions are part of a legal framework to enforce immigration laws. Severity corresponds to the length and nature of the overstay. A few accidental days, fines paid, usually avoids detention or a ban. A deliberate overstay many months or years is treated as a major violation, almost certainly leading to detention, deportation, and a long-term or permanent ban. If you realize you have overstayed your visa in Dubai, act immediately. Do not panic, do not ignore the problem. Determine the exact number of days you have overstayed, check expiry on your visa sticker or check your e-visa, count the days until the current date. Calculate approximate fines from that number. Visit an authorized immigration service center, Interior AMER Service Center in Dubai. AMER staff are trained to handle overstay cases. Take your original passport, take a copy of your expired visa. Staff will access your immigration file, confirm the exact fines you owe. They will guide you on the next steps. They explain how to pay fines. They can help obtain an exit permit if required, pay the accumulated fines. Pay at AMER Center with cash, or pay with a credit card, or pay at the airport immigration counter before check-in if leaving immediately. Always get an official receipt. The receipt proves you've settled your dues. Keep the receipt safe. You may need to show it at the airport or for future visa applications. After paying fines, you either exit the country or regularize your status. If leaving, you may need an outpass or exit permit. AMER staff will assist with that application. If staying, you must get a new visa, find a new job, have your new employer apply for a residence visa, or apply for a new visit visa after exiting and re-entering, provided you do not have a ban. The experience of overstaying can differ significantly depending on your visa type. Let's consider the case of a tourist, Sarah. Sarah came to Dubai on a 30-day tourist visa to visit family. She was having a wonderful time and lost track of her departure date, overstaying by 10 days. At Dubai International Airport, the immigration officer informed her of the overstay. She was directed to the immigration office where her fine was calculated. 100 dirhams for the first day, 100 dirhams for each of the next 9 days, totaling 1,000 dirhams. She paid the fine, was issued an exit pass, and proceeded to her flight. Now a different scenario. Resident Ahmed. Ahmed was working in Dubai. His company let him go and canceled his residence visa. He had a 30-day grace period to find a new job or leave. His job search took longer, and he overstayed by 45 days after the grace period. Ahmed went to an AMER center to resolve it. Resident overstay fines were applied, 125 dirhams for the first day, 25 dirhams for the following 44 days, totaling 1,225 dirhams. The paths forward for Sarah and Ahmed differ. Sarah's case was resolved at the airport. She paid and left. Her short overstay likely won't stop future tourist visas. Her consequence? Unexpected financial cost. Ahmed's situation is more complex. After paying fines, he still must resolve his status. If he finds a new job, his employer can apply for a new residence visa, a status change. Status changes can often be done from within the country after paying fines. If he can't find work, he must obtain an exit permit and depart. His overstay may not automatically mean a ban, but it becomes part of his permanent immigration record. The best way to deal with the stress and cost of overstaying is to avoid it altogether. Prevention starts with being organized and aware of your visa's details. As soon as you receive your visa, check the expiry date, tourist e-visa, residence visa stamped in your passport. Mark this date on a calendar, set a reminder on your phone. Use any method that works for you, notes, apps, whatever keeps you on track. Do not rely on memory alone. Set a reminder at least 1 week before expiry, or set it 2 weeks before to be safe. For tourists and visitors, have a clear travel itinerary. Book your return flight before you travel. If plans change and you want to stay longer, explore legal extension options. Many tourist visas can be extended for an additional 30 days from within the country. Apply through authorized travel agents, or apply at service centers before your initial visa expires. Proactive extensions beat retroactive overstays. For residents, stay on top of your visa status. It's a professional responsibility. Keep close communication with your employer's HR, especially near renewal time. Provide all necessary documents promptly. If changing jobs, confirm the visa cancellation process with your old employer, and confirm the visa application process with your new employer. Understand the timeline and the grace period to avoid any illegal stay. Respect local laws and regulations for a stress-free Dubai experience. The UAE's visa system is efficient but needs diligence. Double-check your dates, plan ahead. If unsure, seek official advice at AMER centers, or contact the General Directorate of Residency and Foreigners Affairs. Take these simple preventative measures and enjoy Dubai without visa worries.